Shalom, 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 Israel. First, giving honor to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Shai. Hope everybody day has been well. Today's class, the covenant of marriage and the communication within marriage. Just want to touch on a little bit. Same things we've heard, but again, just want to touch on things again so we all can be moving on the same page. You know, when you and your quote unquote significant other decide to become one, that's what you are. You're becoming one. A lot of times, man, Israel just be hiding their pants and we want to lay down.
That's right.
And, 3, 4, 5 months into it, you at each other's throats.
That's right.
Because you didn't take the time to really get to know each other. You just was moving off of that flesh, moving off of that lust.
That's right.
I've unfortunately I've seen it time and time again, man. Brother don't even know the sister barely know the brew, man, and they just decide to go and just jump in the bed and then put the pieces in our lap and expect us to put the puzzle together for them. And it don't work that way, Just like anything, man, it takes time. If you want things done right, if you want things to go well, you have to put in time. Take the time, man. So, let's get into it, man. Give me Romans 15:4.
The book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime, were written for our learning.
See, this right here, this is why this is so important, because this gives us information. This gives us a wealth of knowledge that a lot of us didn't have, or a lot of us didn't know that we had access to right at our fingertips. You know, brothers not being taught to be men, to be fathers, to be husbands, sisters not being taught to be wives, to be mothers, right? You know, to be women. This is for our learning. This is for us to take this information and become the best version of ourselves. All right? Read.
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That we what, bro?
That we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
See, that's that hope, man. That hope, that faith, that we lean on the power and not on our own understanding, right?
That's right.
Give me St. Mark, chapter 10. Let's start at verse 6. Let me get there with you, bro. Go ahead and read that out.
The book of St. Mark, chapter 10 and verse 6. But from the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
See, turn it down a little bit. Turn it down a little bit. Catch a little bit of feedback. Read it again for me, bro.
Verse 6. From the beginning of the creation, God made them male and female.
Read.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife.
And do what, bro?
And cleave to his wife.
Read.
And they twain shall be one flesh.
You say they're going to be what, bro?
One flesh.
They shall be one flesh. Read.
So then, they are no more twain, but one flesh.
So now you are no longer separate. You are no longer two, right? You have now become one, because now y'all are building a household, building a family.
That's right.
For things to go right, everybody has to be on the same page. Everybody has to have the same mind state. Everybody has to have their eyes up and their ears open for things to go smooth, for things to move as they need to, because now the decisions that you make don't just affect you, they affect your wife.
That's
now
right.
The decisions that you make don't affect you, they affect your husband, they affect your children, they affect the household as a unit. You know, you can't be a firecracker, hard or quick to anger, and not realizing that you jumping off and flying off the handles. Now you just jeopardize your family. Now you just jeopardize your financial standing. Now you just jeopardize your life and your family life as well, off of you not thinking as one, but thinking as an individual.
Bring it out.
Right? See, when you take the time to get to know someone, when you take that time and y'all knowing the ins and outs and y'all speaking with each other, y'all coming up with goals, y'all coming up with things in mind, that when y'all do become one, that now you have a good foundation. And all of this comes through that communication. That communication, you have to speak and talk and get to know one another to understand, okay, right? If I bring this, if I suggest this, what type of feedback am I going to get? Or if you're going to get any feedback at all, because again, the decisions that you make doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone in your household. So everybody have to be on the same accord, everybody have to be on the same mind.
That's right.
Give me Ephesians chapter 5. Let's start at verse 22.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 22.
Read.
Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
You say do what, bro?
Submit yourselves unto your own husbands.
Read.
As unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the Savior of the body.
So when it's saying, wives, submit yourselves to your own husbands, understanding that there is, when you have a team, right, there's a setup amongst that team. Everybody has a role to play, right? You have your coaches, you have your team captains, you have all of the other positions that fall in line, right? Well, when it's saying that, you have to also keep in mind that the person that you have now decided that this is who you want to be with, again, y'all have to be on the same accord, man. If that mind state of their brother or if that mind state of their sister is not on the Lord, you're going to have an uphill battle.
That's right.
It is not thinking as Christ, you're going to have an uphill battle.
That's right.
It's going to always be a fight because one is thinking with the light, one is looking into the light, one is living with the light, and the other got their foot in the darkness. Another got their foot in the world. Another is bringing chaos when they should be bringing harmony. Right? So when it's saying that submit yourselves to your husband, know who you dealing with.
That's right.
Know who you laying down with. Know what type of person that you are sleeping in the bed with, that you are sitting on the couch with, that you're eating with, that you're having your family dinners with, that you are spending your time with. Know who that is. Because again, the decisions that you make don't just affect yourself anymore.
That's right.
Especially when you bring children into the picture.
That's right.
See, what we like to do, man, we get the itching in our pants, man. We just want to go and lay in something. Go lay down with somebody.
Bring it out.
But you haven't taken the time to know and see if the person I'm laying down with, is this really what I need in my life? What type of baggage are they bringing on? And what type of burdens are they bringing? What type of burdens he bringing? What type of baggage he's bringing? You need to know, are you willing to, or are you not only willing, but are you able to deal with these things? But see, the first thing is, we just want to lay down with something. We don't have patience. The world tell you, get it in. The world show you nothing but sex and provocativity everywhere.
That's right.
See, the Lord is trying to show you to make smart decisions with your mind, with your life. You're not just gonna walk down the street and automatically trust somebody that come up to you with a bag that say, "Yeah, man, it's full of $1 million. Here, take that, enjoy yourself."
Bring it out.
You're not gonna trust that and take that at face value right out the gate. But yet you're willing to play with yourself. You're willing to give yourself away to somebody that you don't know. You're willing to lay down with somebody that you don't know. And now, guess what? Heartache, pain. Sister dealing with a demon in the house, man. A man put his hands on you, talk down about you, don't uplift you, and vice versa. The woman, extra masculine, emasculating the man. Using her body as punishment, with withdrawing, taking things away, and using the children as weapons. These things we see time in and time out. The Lord is trying to give you the best offensive and defensive purposes to these things.
That's right.
Knowing who you're dealing with, taking the time to learn that individual. Read, bro.
Verse 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
So again, know who you dealing with, because the person that you decided to lay down with, the brother need the same mind state. The brother need to think of Christ, act as Christ, look and move as Christ, because you know what he gonna do? He gonna make sure you, the household and the children taken care of. He gonna make sure you got all the things you need to make not only your life easier, but his life easier as well.
That's right.
Because that's what Christ did for the church.
That's right.
He brought knowledge, he brought wisdom, he brought understanding, he brought peace, tranquility, happiness, joy. Because you're not gonna get none of this out in the world.
That's right.
You walk out that door, man, it's darkness, destruction, and chaos.
Bring it out.
That's the one thing you should not have in your home.
That's right.
When you come out of that world, when you come out of all of that chaos, you should come home to peace.
Bring it out. Right.
Happiness.
That's right.
Joy. You shouldn't come home to a dragon. You shouldn't come home to a demon. You shouldn't come home to confusion.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
Read that part again, bro.
Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
He say, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ loved the church. What type of love did Christ have for the church?
Bring it up.
Did he not make sure that we had all of the tools we needed to succeed?
Bring it out.
Had all of the knowledge that we needed to access, to gain that wisdom and understanding? Did he not have passion, compassion? Did he not have empathy? Or was it just rah, 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 rah all in the household? Beating down your wife verbally. Not giving her the word, not giving her understanding, but just jumping down the throat.
Bring it out.
Right? Because again, y'all are now one. You have to take into account the things that she say, because she may have a better idea than you.
That's right.
She may be able to see things that you don't see in that moment.
Bring it out.
There it is.
So when they say that love, it's an action. It's not an emotion. It's an action. Don't just disregard everything she's saying right off the bat. And when I'm saying this, I'm not just speaking this to speak this. I'm also speaking about myself as well.
Jeez.
See, this book, bro, it's supposed to help you reflect on yourself.
That's right.
It's supposed to help you become the best version that you can be. Again, when you come home, you should come home to peace. You shouldn't come home to chaos. Read it again from the top. Verse 25.
Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
What did he do, bro?
And gave himself for it.
What did he do, bro?
And gave himself for
He
it.
said he gave himself for it. It didn't say that he sat on the couch and played 2K all day.
Bring it out.
It didn't say that he went out and just tricked off the money and tricked off his time and just was playing out in the streets all day.
Bring it out.
He gave himself for it. Putting in that time, making the best decisions for your household, for your wife to be well taken care of, for your children to be well taken care of, for yourself to have that peace. What type of work are you putting in to achieve that goal? What type of goals have you established as a family? What are you looking for in the next 5 years? What are you looking to in the next 10 years? The next 3 months? Making things better, making things easier. And it comes down to communication. Knowing who you're dealing with. Learning the individual. This is why this is so important. Galatians 6:2. This is what it's meaning by when they say how Christ loved the church. Read that, bro.
Galatians chapter 6 and verse 2. Bear ye one another's burden.
How you show that love, bro?
Bear ye one another's burden.
How did Christ show that love out?
Bear ye one another's burden.
Read.
And so fulfill the law of Christ.
See, you are fulfilling the law of Christ when you bear that burden, when you utilize your time, have the perfect time management, have the perfect communication. Take the time to make sure you, your family, your household is well taken care of, bro. Well taken care of, sis. The opt out 6, 8, 12, 18 hours of the day, breaking his back, trying to establish something for you and your family. Is he coming home to a meal? Is he coming home to a clean home? Or is he coming home to being bombarded with anger and argument and chaos? What about you, bro? Your wife, been at home, tending to the children, tending to the house, getting everything in order, getting everything good. So when you come home, you have peace. But you had a bad day at work. Who you taking it out on, bro?
Bring it out. Bring it out.
See, the Lord didn't give us that example. So when he say love your wife as you love the church, this is what he's meaning. When he's saying submit yourself to your husband, this is what he's meaning.
That's right.
But you're not going to find that out. You're not going to get to that if you just jump right off and get it and lay down with the first person you see. Just because Ray Ray got the six-pack ab or just because Shaniqua got the hindquarters on.
Bring it out.
It's just a little top heavy and it's catching your eye. Know who you're dealing with. Take the time. Prove that friend.
Bring it out.
This is how you have, because what you're doing when you come together as one, you are making a covenant with the Lord.
That's right.
Teach.
The marriage in the beginning, bro, was never meant to be broken. It was meant for when you get with this person, this is your life partner. Anything that is life, you should take very good care and account of what's going on. You're not going to take the first deal that hit the table. You're going to look, you're going to test it out. You're going to check to see what's what. Ask questions, see what a brother had at. Ask questions, see what a sister had at. Be around them, see how they interact when you're in public. See how they speak when they're around their friends and family. See how they operate when they're behind closed doors. Know who you're dealing with. If this person is the right fit for your life. Again, it say bear ye one another's burdens. Now, if they baggage that they bringing along and you can't handle it, then why did you lay down? If you can't deal with it, then why did you choose sis? See, the Lord gonna give you what you want. A lot of times, when you ain't following and moving like Christ, it ain't what you need. Because the Lord gonna give you what you want to show you this ain't what you really wanted. When you're moving like you're supposed to, you are going to be supplied with everything you need. And a lot of time, our wants and our needs conflict with each other. You want Judy with the big booty, you want Ray Ray with the six-pack.
Bring it out.
But is that what you need?
Bring it out.
Is Ray Ray financially sound? Does he know the value of $1? Does he know how to work with his hands? Is he bestowing wisdom upon you? Is he treating you with respect? Is he being a father to the child? What about Judy? Did Judy know how to clean up after herself?
Bring it out.
Does she know how to speak and have a full-blown conversation? Or she just throw them eyelashes on and flutter away?
Bring it out.
Or she just want to walk around the house and look good but not contributing to nothing?
That's right.
Give me Genesis 2:18.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 18. And the Lord God said, it is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him and help me for him.
He said, you're going to do what?
I will make him and help me for him.
That's why I said, bro, bear ye one another's burdens.
Bring it out.
Because you're not meant to be alone. It get hard. It get hard. You don't have anyone to confide in. You don't have anyone to talk to. You feel like the world is against you. It get hard.
Bring it out.
But sis, that's why the Lord established the church. That's why the Lord established the leadership. That's why the Lord established the brotherhood, the sisterhood.
Bring it up.
Because now you know who to choose from so you don't be alone.
That's right.
Now you know how to vet the people that you need in your life. Bro, he says he here to make things easy. Make things light for you. But you got to take on Christ.
That's right.
You got to take on his yoke. Go back. Ephesians 5:26.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 26.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get with you, bro. Go ahead, read.
Then he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of the water by the word.
In fact, jump up, read verse 25.
Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it, that he may sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
By the what?
By the word.
Read.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church, not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
That they might do what, bro?
Love their wives as their own bodies.
Read.
He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
So again, man, you see that?
Teach.
They say no blemish, no wrinkle.
That's right.
No issues, no confusion.
Teach.
No heartache, no pain, no chaos. That's what happened. When you love your wife like you love the church, that's what happened.
That's right.
When you submit yourself to the man that's following and moving like Christ. When you love him like you love yourself. Things will be in order. When issues arise, y'all tag teaming it. It don't seem like it's just you in the household, or you taking all of the burden, or you doing all of this yourself. It's you one. Y'all both using both set of eyes.
Teach.
Using both set of brains. Using both set of mouths. Bringing ideas to the table. Parenting your child, giving them everything that they need to succeed, giving them everything that they need to function. No blemish. Read verse 28 again.
Verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
Again, man. Again. You're going to make sure you well taken care of. You're going to make sure you have all the things that you need. You're going to make sure everything line up for yourself. But now, it ain't just you. It's both of y'all. It's one cohesive unit. The way you walk, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you think. All of these things have an impression on your significant other. All of these things have an impression on your children. What type of child you trying to raise?
Bring it out.
Someone that loves the Lord, someone that's shining light, or you raising up a little gremlin, a monster?
Teach. Bring it out.
Because again, your child is an extension of you.
That's right.
In the beginning, that child is going to display all of the qualities of yourself that you don't like. All of the qualities of yourself that you feel like you should have never had.
That's right.
It's your responsibility as being one unit to raise that child to discard all of those qualities, to fill up their cup with the cup of righteousness. That's without that blemish. So again, know who you laying down with. Know who you getting into this with. Communication. What type of background did you have? What type of background did she have? What type of trauma is still lying there that still needs to be assessed? What type of trauma you have that's lying there that still need to be dealt with?
Bring it out.
Because you got to love it like Christ loved the church.
That's right.
Without blemish, without lies, without fornication.
That's right.
Without deceit.
Teach.
Without chaos. Without darkness. Give me Romans chapter 13, verse 8. Let me get that with you. Read that, bro.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 8.
Again, he say, love like Christ loved the church. Move in that same manner, right? This is how you need to deal with each other. Read that, bro.
Owe no man anything but to love one another.
He say what, bro?
Owe no man anything but to love one another.
He say, man, owe your significant other, owe your husband, owe your wife. Nothing but to love one another.
That's right.
See, this is not just talking about your brother. This is not just talking about your sister. This is talking about your household as well.
That's right.
That's right.
Read.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
So not only are you becoming one, you're no longer moving separate, you become one. You've taken on each other's burdens. Now you're making the walk light. Now you're exuding that love, fulfilling that law, operating as Christ, letting that light so shine. Read.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery.
So by you operating like this, by you loving your wife as Christ loved the church, by you loving your husband, by you submitting yourself to the man that's following and moving like Christ, through this, ain't gonna be no adultery. Read, bro.
For this, thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not kill.
He say through that same mind state, you and your wife, your husband, y'all not gonna commit that adultery. Y'all not gonna have that hatred in your mind, man. This liking the same person you're laying in the bed with. Wanting to just turn over and put the pillow over his face because he's snoring too much.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Wanting to turn over and kick out the bed because she keep touching you with her cold feet.
Come on.
Read.
Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
See, with the same mindset, you're not going to bear that false witness to or against your significant other. You're not going to steal from your significant other, from your husband, from your wife. Y'all lay things out. Y'all have a plan. Y'all come together. Y'all have everything worked out so things can ride smooth. And when that bump come, guess what? Both of y'all are of sound mind and able to deal with it without one running around like a chicken with his head cut off and another not knowing what to do. Read.
Thou shalt not covet. And if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
See, again, he say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your brother as you love yourself. Love your sister as you love yourself. Love your husband as you love yourself. Love your wife as you love yourself. You're going to make sure these things are nowhere to be found in your household, are nowhere to be found in your mind, are nowhere to be found in your spirit, are nowhere to be found in your speech.
Bring it out.
Because you loving your wife, loving your husband, as Christ loved the church. Because Christ didn't bring adultery into the church. Christ didn't bring thievery into the church. Christ didn't bring the lies and bearing false witness in the church. See, this was for our learning. For us to build and keep these relationships healthy, stable, letting that light shine. You may not even realize that your bro at the church or your sister at the church is looking at how your relationship with you and your husband or with you and your wife are moving, and they're trying to model theirs after you.
Bring it out.
That's why it's so important for that light to shine.
That's right.
Being that example. Showing how your children are being raised. How well-mannered and well-behaved that they are. Looking at how you dealing with your children may be a tool that they can add to their toolbox to deal with theirs.
That's right.
Again, knowing the person that you lay down with,
Right.
Knowing the person that you're getting into this with, because this is life. At least that's how we should look at it, right? That's what the Lord said. But when you're jumping off just because somebody look good or just because something shaking the way you like it, now you're coming home to a headache. Now you're coming home to ruckus. Now you're coming home to furniture moving.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
Read, bro. Verse 10.
Verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
We say love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Love worketh no ill to his brother. Love worketh no ill to her sister. Love worketh no ill to her husband. Love worketh no ill to his wife. Read.
Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law.
See, by showing that love, by you operating in that same mindset, you are now loving your wife as Christ loved the church. You are now submitting yourself to that man that is wholeheartedly in the light. But see, we disregard these things all because we got ants in our pants. Setting ourselves up for failure because we just got to get our rocks off.
Bring it out.
Think about how you was moving before you picked up that phone to hear the call of the Lord. How you was moving in the world. Some brothers, different women in and out every day. Some sisters, different men in and out in every day, or being clung to a man that don't give a damn about them. That ain't trying to hear what they gotta say, that's showing you that they don't care, that they don't have no semblance of love for you, but you just can't let them go. Worrying yourself, stressed out. The brood then had 7 different close calls, baby mama drama. Then ran across that one with that thin line between love and hate.
Bring it out.
I almost got caught up in a fatal attraction because you want to try to juggle 6 and 7 women.
Bring it out.
See, the Lord is trying to make that burden light. Read verse 10 again, bro.
Verse 10. Love worketh no ill to his neighbor.
See, again, man, this is a covenant to the Lord. Your marriage is a covenant to the Lord. It's that contract saying, man, we're gonna do our best to follow in your footsteps and raise up a well-mannered child where he can pass on the same knowledge, the same wisdom, the same understanding to his brothers, to his sisters, to her brothers, to her sisters, to their eventual wife or their eventual husband, to their eventual children, and starting the cycle all over again. What type of product, what type of name do you want left behind that's attached to you? Well, you wanted the words to be spoken well of, or you want negativity surrounded by your name? Go back to Ephesians 5:29.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 29.
Start at verse 28, bro.
Verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished and cherished it.
But what, bro?
But nourished it and cherished it.
Read.
Even as the Lord, the church.
See, the Lord did the same thing unto the church, brought the same things. That knowledge, that wisdom, that understanding, that happiness, that joy, that peace. This is how you're supposed to operate with your significant other, with your wife, with your husband. These are the fruits of the Spirit you need to be displaying.
That's right.
Read.
For we are members of his body, of his flesh, and of his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife.
Shall what?
Shall be joined unto his wife.
Read.
And they two shall be one flesh.
See, again, it's coming back to that same concept of you no longer just being I. It's a we. We're together as one. Moving as one unit. Think about your life, man. How many of your family members' marriages is just out the window? How many of your family members just been shacking up with the same person for the last couple of years, but every time they talk about them, every time they're being brought up, it's nothing but ill, nothing but bad words.
Bring it out.
Nothing but heartache and pain being associated with that individual. See, the Lord was trying to give you the game, trying to show you what you don't need in your life, trying to show you what happened when you just lay down with anything moving.
That's right.
Show you what type of chaos you're gonna be dealing with if you make the same decisions, bro. He put things in front of our eyes, bro, to give us the game, but we look right past it.
Right.
Because we let our flesh take over because something got some hips, lips in it, and a nice rack.
Bring it out.
Because somebody tall, dark, and waved up. Not knowing that you bringing chaos right into your own house. Making your spirit in turmoil because you decided to lay down with this man, and he got a whole ulterior motive. You decided to lay down with this sister, and she treating you as if she the man.
Bring it out.
Give me 1 Corinthians 7:1.
1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 1.
Read, bro.
Now concerning the things whereof ye wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Hold on, read that again, bro, that last part.
It is good for a man not to touch a woman.
Now, reason why I had him go back and say that again, because a lot of us as men, man, when we come into this walk, if you don't have your spirit in check, if you don't have your mind in check, again, the first thing that you see moving is the first thing you trying to grab. But you ain't talked to the sister.
Bring it out.
You ain't figured out what type of environment she done came from. You ain't looked at what type of background she had. You ain't even seen the sister enough to know what type of mannerism, know how she speak, know how she operate. But just because something look good on the man, you run off the deep end, and now you're running the leadership because your household is upside down.
Bring it out.
Your manhood is in question. You don't have no rule in your house to get things where you need it to because you're dealing with a dragon. See, the Lord says it's good, man, to not touch that woman, bro, until you fortitude up here, until you got your spirit in check. Brother just getting into the school, just getting into the church, 3 months later, where he already trying to get married.
Bring it out.
Brother, do you know who Christ is? Do you know what Christ is? Do you know how to move? Because again, when you get with this person, you are no longer an individual. Y'all are y'all are together. Y'all have become that one flesh.
That's right.
But you're not thinking like that, being selfish. Destroy this sister. Or vice versa. Destroy this brother. That's not loving like Christ loved the church. That's not moving with the same spirit. That's the spirit of darkness.
That's right.
Read, bro.
Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication.
Nevertheless, to avoid that fornication, read.
Let every man have his own wife.
You say what, bro?
Let every man have his own wife.
Read.
And let every woman have her own husband.
Because men were not meant to be alone. It's good, man, to be by yourself until you to take the time, man, to build yourself up to be able to deal with a family. Build yourself up to be able to deal with a wife. Build yourself up to be able to deal with a husband. Build yourself up to be able to deal with children. Because it's no longer just you. Every decision you make has a ripple effect for everybody in your household. Man, woman, and child. Read.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
He say, let what, bro?
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
But see, that's one thing that the brothers in Israel just can't do. They talk down. On the women be real rough with the sisters, but not showing no love, no compassion. When things go awry, not actually sitting down with the sister, explaining to her what's wrong, explaining to her how this is affecting the household, explaining to her how this is affecting you, getting down to wisdom and understanding, but just flying off the handles, jumping down the throat. Wondering why you can't get nothing to go right in your household because you aren't moving like Christ. Because you are ultimately treating yourself wrong.
Bring it out.
Because again, it's not just you.
That's right.
Y'all are now one flesh. So how you treat her and how you look at her and how you deal with her is a reflection of how you deal with yourself.
That's right.
How she look at you, how she deal with you, how she speak to you is a reflection of how she feel about herself.
Bring it out.
Read.
Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband.
Read.
The wife have no power of her own body, but the husband, and likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
And see, that's touching back on, like I was saying earlier. You get into an argument, you get into a verbal disagreement. Now you're withholding from your husband. Now you're withholding from your wife. You're using your body as a weapon of punishment. See, when you do that, now you start to build that spirit where that brother get to looking at another sister and like, she look nice. Now, brother end up getting into a conversation with a sister. She seems agreeable. And then wonder when things fall apart. Brother done stepped out. Sister done stepped out. These are the type of monsters and spirits that we create for ourselves. When you do that, the Lord is trying to put things in place to keep peace in your house, to keep peace in your mind, to keep peace in your spirit. But we love to weaponize things.
That's right.
We love to treat each other foul. But again, the Lord said, oh, no man, anything but to love one another.
That's right.
Just, again, there's so many different examples that you see out in the world where women weaponize their body, where they weaponize their children and destroy the brother.
Bring it out.
Or the relationship goes sour and he move on with his life and she don't like who he dealing with now, so now she take his children away from him. Sick the law on him. Talk down about him any which and other way she can. Talk down about him in front of the children, so now the children look at their daddy as if he ain't nothing.
Bring it out.
Disrespect the father in his own house.
Bring it out.
Treat the father as if he don't even need to be in their life altogether.
Teach.
Read it again, bro, verse 4.
Verse 4. The wife hath not power over her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife.
Read.
Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time.
He say, bro, defraud. Do not take away these things from one another unless y'all both come to an agreement on this is how we gonna move. This is what we got going on. Let's do this so we can get to this next step.
Bring it out.
Again, you are no longer two individuals. You have come together to become one. You have to be of the same mind, of the same spirit, speaking the same words.
That's right.
Read.
That ye may give yourselves unto fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not from your inconsistency.
See, this is what I'm saying. The Lord will setting these things up so we don't fall in to the ways that we've seen of our forefathers being destroyed by their own doings.
That's right.
But he wants us to be happy. He wants us to be successful. He wants us to have all the things that we need. But we be our own stumbling block. We be our own worst enemy.
That's right.
Because we don't listen. We don't put into action the instructions given. We disregard all of these things and move off our own vain thoughts of our own emotions, of our own feelings. And then want to get mad at the next man or want to get mad at the next sister. Or look at what they have and be envious of what's going on. You can have the same thing if you listen.
That's right.
You can have the same thing if you just listen. Sister, be more agreeable. Brother, open up your mouth and actually explain things to your wife, not just say things and then just leave it at that. Again, bro, we create the monsters and the foul spirits that surround us by not moving like how Christ needs us to, man. Give me Colossians chapter 3, verse 19. Let me get there with you, bro. Read that.
Colossians chapter 3 and verse 19. Husbands, love your wives, and be not bitter against them.
He say what, bro?
Husbands, love your wives, and be not bitter against them.
See, this is again when that communication comes back into play. Man, he say, love your wives and be not bitter against them. Sisters, love your husbands and be not bitter against them. See, your words, man, your words, the things you say, the things you don't say, the things you think about, the things you don't even consider. All of these things play a factor in how your household moves. All of these things play a factor in how you're dealing with your significant other.
That's right.
All of these things play a factor in how your house either builds or crumbles at the foundation. Give me Psalms. Give me Proverbs 15 and 1. That bitterness, man. Let me get that with you, bro. 1 sec. Go ahead, read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath.
You say what, bro?
A soft answer turneth away wrath.
Read.
But grievous words.
But what?
But grievous words.
But what, bro?
But grievous words.
That bitterness, man. Read.
Stir up anger.
And do what?
Stir up anger.
See, man, they tell you, bro, love. Show that through your actions. But then when you just fly off the handle because things ain't going the way you need them to, well, did you give proper instruction, brother? Did you show her what you needed to do, how she needed to do it? Or sis, did you explain to him what you need so these things can be accomplished? Or are you speaking with each other, period? Are you having conversations on how your relationship should progress? How to really raise your children, what they're going to need and what they don't need. Who they need to be around, who they don't need to be around.
That's right.
What they need to see and what they don't need to see. Are you arguing in front of your children? Read it again, bro.
Proverbs 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
Give me James 1 and 19.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
And what?
Let every man be swift to hear.
Let every man, let every woman, man, be swift to hear. Read.
Slow to speak.
Read.
Slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
See, man, with that wrath, man, that bitterness, man, it does not follow the example that Christ gave. It causes more issues in your household. Again, going back to weaponizing yourself, weaponizing your children, talking ill, emasculating your husband, your husband belittling the wife. Being out of order with the children, not giving them example, but just going straight to their head. Not showing them where they're veering off so they can correct themselves and do better. No type of clarity at all confusion. Read.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul.
Read that last part again, bro. Which is able to what?
Which is able to save your soul.
That love, man. Using your mind. Thinking of yourself as we and not I.
That's right.
Understanding, again, the decisions you make or don't make affect the whole household.
Yeah.
The things you say, the things you don't say affect the whole household. Your thought process and the things you don't even give thought to affects the household, man. Read.
But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only.
But what, bro?
But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only.
They say, but be doers of that word, man. Fulfilling the law, showing that love, man. Treating your wife as you want to be treated. Treating your husband as you want to be treated. Speaking to them how you want somebody to speak to you.
That's right.
Pouring that love and that life into them. And so on, and them doing the exact same thing. How you gonna expect to speak life and to receive life from someone when you speaking death into them? When you showing them confusion at every corner. See, these are the things you do when you don't think about who you lay down with.
That's right.
Who you decided to let into your household. Who you decided to let into your own home. And what I mean by that, I mean your spirit, your mind. Corrupted yourself. Because you let the flesh take hold and then walk in the spirit. Read verse 22 again, bro.
Verse 22. But be ye doers of the word.
But following Christ, following that example, loving your significant other as Christ loved the church. Read.
And not hearers only. Deceiving your own self.
What happened, bro, when you fall off, bro?
Deceiving your own self.
What happened when you don't show that love out?
Deceiving your own self.
What happened when you speak that bitterness?
Deceiving your own self.
Bro, see, the Lord is trying to give you the game.
That's right.
But we don't take the time to really listen. We don't take the time to really put it in action. We just go off of emotion. We just go off of feeling. And then wonder why we getting hit over the head time in and time out.
Bring it out.
Wondering why we just can't get right. Things just don't want to fall and play the way we need them to. Everything just crumbling at the foundation.
Bring it out.
Because we're not being doers.
That's right.
Hell, some of us ain't even listening.
Bring it out.
Go back. Proverbs 15:1.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright.
He said what, bro?
The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright.
He said the tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright. Again, sitting down with your significant other, man, with your husband, with your wife. coming up with these plans, man, coming up with these goals, man, figuring out how things need to be ran in the household to make your life, her life, and the children's lives easier.
That's right.
So things fly smooth. When someone need help, help them.
That's right.
You see your wife been just down bad because things around the house and you ain't did nothing to help. You ain't picked up a clothes. You ain't folded a sock. You ain't washed the dish. You ain't cleaned the bathroom. You ain't did nothing but sit on your ass.
Bring it out.
Likewise, sis. Brother been breaking his back, doing whatever he can out to bring in what need to be brought into the household and then come home and have to do it all over again in his own house.
Bring it out.
You just been sitting down watching your soap operas, watching your TV, your Netflix, your Hulu.
Bring it out.
Watching your so-called reality TV. Getting sucked in and taking on the same spirit of these devils that you're watching.
Bring it out.
Destroying your own home, not even showing your own husband reverence.
Bring it out.
See, it goes both ways.
That's right.
The Lord said, bro, the man, bro, you're not meant to be alone. The sister, she's not meant to be alone. Because we understand and we see and we've experienced how hard it is not having somebody in your corner.
Bring it out.
Teach.
Take the time. Process who you are possibly letting into your home. Again, not just saying carnally your home, but your spirit.
That's right.
Because when you lay down with this person, you never know. You may end up taking on their wicked spirit.
That's right.
Corrupted your own self. All because of the 5 minutes of fame. Got a horrible role model, an example of a man in your household for your children.
Bring it out.
Got a horrible example and role model of a woman for your daughter. No one's speaking and breathing life. They're just sowing the seeds of death, confusion, destruction, and chaos. That's how that tongue is, man, when you don't use that wisdom.
That's right.
That's how that tongue is, man, when you don't speak Christ. When you don't live Christ. When you don't walk with Christ. Read verse 2 again, bro.
Verse 2. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
What happened, bro?
But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
That's that bitterness. That's that confusion. That's that darkness. That's that death.
That's right.
Take the time, man. Prove that friend.
That's right.
Go give me 1 Peter 3:1.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husband, that if any obey not the word.
That if any obey not the word, that if anyone of you sisters, man, not following the example of Christ and how you operate, read.
They also may, without the word, be won by the conversation of the wise.
Man, all it's saying, man, you fall into that darkness, man, because you're not moving as Christ needs you to move. You're moving as the collective of darkness. Read.
While they behold your chest, conversation coupled with fear, whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair, and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
What it's saying, man, not just letting that beauty be on the outside, letting everything just be up front, because anything can look good on the outside, but how corrupt it is on the inside. What your mind looking like?
Bring it out.
What your spirit looking like?
That's
Bring
why.
it out.
Everybody that witnessed and experienced and been around somebody that in your mind, you like, yeah, man, they look good. But when you see how they talk, when you see how they move, when you see how they act, when you see what their personality is, bro, they filthy, they ugly. Disgusting. Your outward appearance should match your inward appearance.
That's right.
Your inward appearance should match your outward appearance. And those appearances should be of the Lord.
That's right.
Read.
But let it be hidden, the man of the heart.
Read verse 4 again.
Verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible.
And that what?
That which is not corruptible.
Man, taking on that word, man, following that example, bro. Uncorruptible. Read.
Even the ointment of a meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price.
They say that meek and quiet spirit, sis. That meek and quiet spirit, not just jumping down the throat of your other man, bro. Just emasculating him and treating him as if he has nothing to bring to the table. Treating him as if he's not doing the best he can to make things easier for you in the household. Every chance you get, belittling him. Every chance you get, treating him foul. Because some of our sisters, bro, that's the environment that they grew up in. That's all they know. That's all they ever seen.
That's right.
Get out.
And they seen the spirit of the man, bro. He just took it.
That's right.
Shriveled up. Sunk into his shell, man. A shell of his former self. Because no man was really around to show him how to truly be a man. Show him how to truly speak and let his thoughts be known. So these things can be brought to the table. Or the sister never really had a woman figure to really show how to have that femininity. Show how to speak and have that meek spirit.
That's right.
Show how to exude that softness that a woman is supposed to have. But all you get is masculinity in the woman. All you get is aggression from the woman. All you get is a woman being physical with the man. We need to take these things into account. This is not moving as Christ. These are the things you need to let go. These are the things you need to get rid of in your spirit, in your mind.
That's right.
Because guess what's going to happen? Your daughter going to operate the same way. Your son going to find a woman and treat him the same way you treat his father. The Lord, bro, is trying to give us the game. Trying to show us how to make our homes, our household, our spirits way easier, way more peace, way more joy, way more laughter. Read.
For after this manner, in the old time, the holy woman also, who trusted in God.
What?
Who trusted in God.
Read.
Adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
Read.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord.
Doing what?
Calling him Lord.
Sis, do you call your husband Lord? Do you show him that reverence?
Bring it out.
Do you speak with him with that respect? And vice versa, bro. Do you show that benevolence to your wife?
Bring it out.
Do you speak to her?
That's right.
Con, you around the bruise, man. You got your hard exterior out, con, but when you go home, man, are you loving on your wife, man?
Bring it out.
Are you being compassionate? Are you holding her? Giving her that affection.
Bring it out.
Again, when I say these things, bro, I'm not just speaking to be speaking, man. I'm talking about myself as well. These things are a reflection, man, to build and be better. Bro, the Lord, bro, he said he want to make things easier for us. Now, about damn time for us to start letting him do it.
That's right.
It's time for us to stop fighting it. if you really want what's best for you, for your family, man, take on the Spirit of Christ.
That's right.
Out.
Read.
Whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement.
Read.
Likewise, ye husbands, do well with them according to knowledge.
He say, do what, bro?
Do well with them according to
He
knowledge.
said, man, likewise, husbands, man, dwell with your wives according to knowledge. Don't just go flying off the handles because things ain't the way you wanted them to be, or things ain't how you expected them to be, man. Explain. Show what's wrong. Show them what you don't like and explain why you need it done this way or whatever need to be going on to make your household thrive. Don't just beat down your wife. Verbally abuse and misuse. Only show affection when it's convenient for you. Only get soft with it when it's convenient for you. When you want something out of the picture. Read.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together.
As what?
As being heirs together.
As being heirs together. Two have become one. No longer twain, man. Read.
Of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered.
That what?
That your prayers be not hindered.
Man, that the things that you need from the Lord come to pass. Give me James 1 and 5.
James chapter 1 and verse 5.
Say, man, dwell with them with knowledge, man. Read.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
He said what?
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God.
See, brother, now, if you're lacking on that wisdom, man, ask of the Lord, man. Come speak with your leaderships. Get that counseling. Because for your household to thrive, you as a man, you have to make things plain and clear. You have to be able to think. You have to be able to come up with ideas and things to push your household to success. You have to be able and willing to listen when ideas are being brought that are honestly better than yours at sometimes. Because again, y'all two have become one. She may see something that you don't see.
That's
she
right.
may have an idea that far well exceeds more than yours. Don't let that pride take hold and destroy your household. All because you don't want to listen. Don't let that pride take hold and you lose your wife because you don't want to listen. Read.
If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of God, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. But let him ask in faith.
Let him ask in faith. Read.
Nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
See, that double-minded man, is the one without faith. That double-minded man is the one that treats his household as if it's not even a household, as if he's the only one there. That selfish mind state. That double-mindedness, man, is destruction for you and your rib.
That's right.
For you, your rib, and your children. Doing one thing and saying another, saying one thing and doing another. Oh, I love my wife, but you continue really to let your eyes wander.
Bring it out.
I love my wife, but you continually thinking about how to be with this sister. It's time, man. It's time to take on the Spirit of the Lord, bro, and thrive. Go back. Give me 1 Peter 3 and start at verse 7.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Again, dwell with them according to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Read.
Giving honor unto the wives, as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Finally, be ye all of one mind.
He say what?
Be ye all of one mind.
He say everybody needs to be all of one mind. Remember, we all fit together as the body of Christ. We all have that role to play. And we all need to be on the same mind state for everything to run as a well-oiled machine.
That's right.
For your household to run as a well-oiled machine.
That's right.
How can things run smooth, man, if the top players on the team, man, can't get along?
Bring it out.
The top players on the team, man, can't work it out.
Bring it out.
Ain't nobody seeing no championship. Ain't nobody bringing home no gold. Ain't nobody having the joy and celebration of success and achievement. We all have to be of the same mind. And that's how it's supposed to be in your household.
That's right.
Read.
Finally, be ye all of one mind, having compassion one of another.
Having what, bro?
Having compassion one of another.
Read.
Love as brethren.
He say, love as brethren. Love your wife. Love your husband. Love your children. Love your sisters. Read.
Be pitiful. Be courteous. Not rendering evil for evil.
Not what, bro?
Rendering evil for evil.
Bro, not using these things as weapons, man, against your significant other. Read.
Or railing for railing. But counterwise blessings, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing.
Read.
For he that will love life and see good days.
For he that will love life and see good days. Read.
Let him refrain his tongue from evil.
That's that bitterness, man. Refrain from that bitterness, man. Refrain from that darkness. Read.
And his lips, that they speak no guile. Let him eschew evil.
He said, let him eschew evil. Read.
And do good.
And what?
And do good.
And do what, bro?
And do good.
Read.
Let him seek peace and ensue it.
Bro, the only way to get that peace, man, is for all of y'all to be on the same accord, like-mindedness, everyone speaking the same thing.
That's right.
And again, you're not going to know that, you're not going to achieve that if you don't know who you're dealing with.
See, bring it out.
If you jump in the bed with the first thing you see with hips, lips, if you jump in the bed with the first thing you see tall, dark, and waved up, read.
Let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. For the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
Say the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. The face of the Lord is against him that treats his household foul. The face of the Lord is against her that treats her household foul. That does wrong to their husband, that does wrong to their wife, that mistreats their children, feeding them with defiled bread, teaching them defiled aspects of life.
Break it out.
Sowing into them destruction, not giving them manners, not giving them structure, not giving them knowledge, not giving them wisdom. Give me Proverbs 18:21. Let's see the judgment of that evil. Read it when you get there, bro. Proverbs 18, verse 21.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
What happened, bro?
Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
Listen, man, that death and life is in the power of that tongue, man. Know what you say. Know how you saying it. Know what you thinking. Know everything has to be of sound mind, of sound speech, of sound doctrine. Because that death and that life is in the power of that tongue.
That's right.
Read.
And they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Man, so if you want to continue to sow the seeds of death and confusion and strife in your household, that's the fruit you're going to be picking. That's the fruit you're going to be devouring. But if you want to sow the seeds of life, of peace, of harmony, of happiness, of joy, that's the fruit that you, your husband, your wife, your children, hell, the dog, gonna all appreciate, gonna all enjoy.
Bring it out.
I'm telling you, man, the Lord said to take his yoke, man. He here to make things easy for us.
That's right.
It's time for us to stop playing around, man, and jump on that program, man. The program of Christ.
That's right.
Go back to Ephesians 5:28 and we out.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh, but nourished and cherished it, even as the Lord the church. For we are members of his body, of his flesh and of his bones. For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself.
Do what, bro?
Let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself.
Read.
And the wife, see that she reverence her husband.
See. Let this man be an example, man. Let this lesson, man, sink in. And really think about how you've been moving in your household. Let it sink in and really weigh what's been going on. You as the man, what type of spirit you've been pouring into your wife? What type of spirit you've been pouring into your children? Sis, how you been treating and operating around your husband? How you been treating and operating around the children? Has everything been on one accord? Has everything been moving like Christ? Has everything had the light so shone? Or has everything been weighed with darkness? Sis, take the time, man. Vet that brother. Listen to what he's saying. Listen to how he moving. Look at how he operating. Don't just jump into bed off of smooth words, brother.
Bring it out.
Take the time. Vet that sister. Look at how she moving. Look at what she's saying. Look how she treating herself. Look how she treating with others. Look how she deal with children. And weigh your options. Really see if that's what you want in your life. Not just because it look good, but because it's good for you. But because she's gonna be that voice to help push you over to that next step. She's gonna be that voice to give you that encouragement, that nourishment of your spirit to be the best man, the best husband, the best father you can be.
That's right. Up.
Vice versa, sis. Is he speaking life into you? Is he showing you that benevolence? Is he showing you and giving you that love and affection? Or is he just there to get his rocks off? Choose you this day, Christ, man. Move in the same spirit. And on that, we say shalom.
Shalom.